to GoWCUS, episode 5. This is a show where we're going to be talking about all things WordCamp and all things Nashville leading up to WordCamp on December 1st. And if you want to tweet about the show or ask us a question, it's hashtag GoWCUS. It's easy for me to say. And let's start with intros. We'll start right on the left with Chance. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure, yeah. Hey, my name is Chance Strickland. I live and work in Nashville, Tennessee. We are very excited to be hosting WordCamp US this year. I am a developer at a web and video agency here in Nashville called Snapshot Interactive. Started out here as a project manager about 2 years ago and slowly connived them into letting me build websites. So I've been sort of a junior developer ever since, but really diving headfirst into WordPress and very passionate about the community that has definitely lifted me up in my time here and in my role, and looking forward to meeting up with some other WordPressers from around the country here in a few months.
Nice. Thanks for joining us, Dustin.
Yeah, so I'm Dustin Mesa. I live here in Nashville, and I'm the lead organizer for WordCamp US, and I work for WP Engine.
Laura.
I'm Laura Byrne-Cristiano. I'm part of the organizing team for WordCamp US. I'm specifically working on the marketing and communications, and that's pretty much my background. Marketing communications with companies that are in education or the entertainment fields.
And I'm Steve Zengin. I'm the founder of Zeek Interactive, and I am the lead organizer of WordCamp Orange County, and also on the organizing committee for WordCamp US. Still have a few booths on sale for if you're looking for sponsorship opportunities. And hit us up for that. Laura, do you want to talk about tickets, speakers, any good announcements this week?
Yeah, no, just a lot of things in that realm. First of all, those sponsors, and shout out to Chance's company, which has sponsored us. So thank you for Snapshot Interactive for doing that. Appreciate it. Sponsorship opportunities are going super, super quickly. We only got a couple spots left in each category, so don't wait. Tickets are on sale right now. Buy them, guys. This is going to be great. We just about completed our speaker rollout today. I think we have like one or two like little stray people here and there that just, you know, paperwork is what it is. We got to have people sign on the dotted line, and then we got a couple of strays that, you know, didn't quite sign as quickly as we wanted, but hey, that's life. So we'll probably roll out a couple of spare names here and there throughout, but the lion's share of the people are out. So check them out, folks. And the session titles with the descriptions will be out this weekend, knock wood. And you'll have a really full knowledge of what we have to offer. I think there's something for everyone. So enjoy, guys. I think it's going to be a rockin' WordCamp. Excellent.
And tickets are on sale. Grab them while you can. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, so today we are back to Nashville. I'm really excited to kind of share more about the city and everything with folks that are going to be coming in for WordCamp US. We're going to talk about some different neighborhoods, and we're going to talk about some different happy hours and some cool bars and places to kind of just, you know, get a festive libation here in Nashville. Chance, what part of Nashville do you live in?
So I live in East Nashville, and I'm glad you mentioned neighborhoods, because if there's one thing you'll learn really quickly about Nashville, it's that we're very factional. So especially here in East Nashville, everyone who lives on this side of the river doesn't like to leave this side of the river unless they really have to, or someone is bribing them. So East Nashville is a very proud neighborhood, but there's a lot going on over here, and you know, we love it. We're Snapshot Interactive. Actually, our headquarters is here in East Nashville. We just recently moved from downtown, and we renovated an old church here in town, and it's become a really cool staple of the community here. And yeah, we love it. You know, I personally, I love it. It takes me all of 5 minutes to get to work, and then I leave work and I hang out here in East Nashville. I go to happy hour here in East Nashville. So I'll try not to keep it only East Nashville while we're talking about happy hours here in town, but yeah, it's a great place to live.
I know that was actually one of the best neighborhoods friends of mine took me to the first time I was in Nashville, but I don't have a really good sense about how far it is from downtown, because somebody else was driving, and you know, I wasn't paying attention since I wasn't the person driving the car. How long are we talking? How much of an Uber ride do you think it would be from, say, Music City Center to the East Nashville area, if you had to guess at it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, depending on traffic and the time of day and and whatnot, I would say an Uber ride would cost you about $10. It's really not bad. If you're not familiar with Nashville, it really is just like a smallish, mid-sized city. I'm from Atlanta originally, and I live in the suburbs, and so compared to that, everything in Nashville to me is super close. So even though when you're in East Nashville, you really love to hang out and stay in your own neighborhood, it really isn't bad to get to downtown and back. We can cross the bridge here in the middle of the day. It might take me all of 10 minutes to get right in the middle of downtown. And I live just up the street here. It takes me 15 minutes to get downtown from where I actually live. So it's really convenient here. And if you want to get across town and go to other neighborhoods as well, 12 South, Hillsborough Village, a lot of that stuff is super accessible from the downtown area and from East Nashville. So bouncing around is super easy.
I was going to say, Atlanta's very spread out in comparison, right? Atlanta kind of reminds me of LA. It's hard to get anywhere in either of those cities. But when I was in Nashville, LA, we always say, it's 15 minutes, but truly is 15 minutes to get almost anywhere in Nashville.
So last night I was out to dinner with some friends, and I went to a part of town that I wasn't really familiar with because I work from home. So I'm actually, Chance, I'm like 4 blocks from Snapshot. And so I got there, and we were talking with a couple, and they were like, oh yeah, like Vanderbilt's right next door, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh man, I would have thought that was 15 minutes away. And they go, everybody says that. Everywhere is 15 minutes in Nashville. So literally last night, I had that exact conversation. But it's cool because East Nashville literally borders downtown, just separated by the river. That's the bridge Chance talks about. And so really from MCC, if you want to just get into like the cusp of East, I mean, that might be a $6 Uber, and it'll take you 7 minutes. It's really cool. And Laura, I bet you had the best time because it's just like, this is the booming part of Nashville right now where just bar spot, literally last night we had a new cocktail lounge open 2 blocks from me called Fox Cocktail Lounge, and it was their grand opening last night. So just, they're all over. Chance, what are some of your favorite spots in East Nashville?
Sure. Yeah. Well, if we're talking East Nashville, I have to give a shout out to my favorite bar in town, which is Three Crow. It's our favorite neighborhood spot, and so yeah, it's just right up the road here in the Five Points neighborhood. And here in Nashville, we also have a really great running community, and I happen to run quite a bit. So there's a big group of runners called the East Nasties, and every week after our run, we just walk over to Three Crow and we have a beer. So we essentially waste away all the effort that we spend by drinking beer, and it's a really good way to expend that energy. So, but we really love it, and they've been really good to us. They're very good to the East Nashville community at large, and yeah, we love promoting them as much as we can. I personally just think everyone that works there is great. And another great thing about East Nashville in particular is when it comes to happy hours, all the bars at Five Points pretty much offer 2-for-1s multiple times a week, which is really great. So you can run down pretty much, honestly, just about any day of the week, around between 4 and 8 or 6 and 8 or whatever each bar is doing for their particular special. But I know Three Crow, starting at 7 on Wednesdays, they do 2-for-1s, and basically they'll just give you a token, and you can cash that token in there that night, or you can hold on to it for a year and cash it in a year later, and it's still good for a free beer. So it's really great for those of us that live here. We just stock up on tokens and go to town. But if you're coming in for a good weekend, it's nice because you can just go out and spend half the money and still enjoy yourself quite a bit. So Three Crow's great. Drifters is another really good spot right around the corner, beyond the edge. If you go up the street a little bit towards Main Street, which is a little bit closer to downtown, you've got a handful of really cool bars. Crying Wolf is a really good spot. They've got amazing burgers and a burger special for during their happy hour, which I'm pretty sure is every day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got taken there. That was a great spot. Yeah. It was awesome. I'm just gonna quick shout out. We'll make sure we put links to all these places we're mentioning in the chat notes from the show, so people, no worries, you'll totally be able to find whatever we're talking about. When you mentioned the burgers and stuff, it brought to mind one of the places my friends brought me. I can't think of the title. I'm going to Google it and find it, but maybe you guys will know by the description. It basically is this sort of barbecue meets burger beer garden kind of atmosphere.
It's pharmacy.
There you go. I knew somebody would know what it was. It's got picnic tables out back. It's awesome. And what was really cool is that it was a great spot because half of the people I'm with would be happy to have a drink. The others of us would have what we would call a mocktail. And we could definitely get accommodated there. There were also people there who had their kids. So not to worry if you're making this a family outing. you can work it out, believe it or not, to be a family happy hour. So I'll give a shout out to that place, because being a Northern girl, I appreciate the barbecue when it is fed to me, because we really don't have good barbecue up here. As hard as anyone tries, that just the smokers aren't seasoned from like decades of cooking. Like, we just don't have it, guys.
We can't get on the West Coast either.
You know,
well, I wouldn't say that Nashville is particularly famous for barbecue, but I would give a shout out to Martin's. There's a Martin's spot downtown. You talk about there's really cool places to hang out. This is really close to it'll be really close to WordCamp, really accessible. We'll all be able to walk over there essentially. But they have this awesome rooftop patio with exposed brick and all of the modern accentuations of the in the building. But it's also just a really good spot to get some good barbecue there.
Oh yeah.
Probably the best brisket I've ever had outside of Texas, maybe. But
yeah, me too. They also have like ping pong tables and dartboards outside. They got it's just such a cool outdoor space, and they got a stage for a band. Steve, Chance mentioned Three Crow. I'm wondering if you remember Three Crow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You took me there, definitely.
That was a good time. So what's cool about Nashville is we kind of have this, similar to how we have hot chicken, we have a secret like drink called the Bushwhacker.
Oh,
Do tell.
So the Bushwhacker is really cool. Every restaurant makes it a little different, but basically think of it as like a lot of different alcohols and then like a milkshake together. And there's some good whiskey in there, and there's a little chocolate in there. And I mean, they're all different. I try one basically everywhere I go just to see like, hey, who's got the best one? But Three Crow has a really good one. And next door to Three Crow, 1016 has a really good one. But that was, Bushwhacker's a pretty cool drink.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. A dessert, like how tall is this thing? Like, it sounds like is it tall, like a milkshake glass?
There are some that are very tall. Yeah, it just kind of depends on where you go.
it depends on how much you pay them to put in the glass.
Good to know.
Yeah.
What about because some of our folks like a brunch kind of thing, or some folks hopefully they're coming to contributor day, but maybe they're gonna go brunch early before contributor day starts. Is there any good brunchy kind of things? Like, I know I love a really good really good screwdriver or really good Bloody Mary. I love Bloody Mary bars. Those things are awesome. Any really good brunchy kind of places we could talk about?
Yeah, so really close, like kind of bordering downtown is an area of town called the Gulch. And the Gulch used to be basically the hottest part of Nashville before kind of East really took off. But if we have, celebrities, there's some that live there. Marcus Mariota, our quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, lives there. But so in the Gulch, you've got some great restaurants, Virago, The Tavern, St. Anejo. All of them have just great happy or brunch specials, like a happy hour. One place I want to shout out to, new here in East Nashville, is Noble's Kitchen and Beer Hall. And what they have on like Saturday and Sunday for brunch, this blew me away. I've never seen this before. Buckets of mimosa. And so they had little splits of cooked champagne, 6 of them with a huge thing of orange juice for $18. Never have I seen a better deal on mimosas than that.
So you're mixing your own too, like you're just whatever works for you. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Cool.
They're saving on labor costs.
Nobles is great, but I'm glad back that now that we're mentioning East Nashville again, right across the street from Nobles, you've got Marche, which talk about brunch in Nashville. Marche is one of the best. It really is like farm to table, really quality food. But in terms of mimosas too, you can get like a really fancy display where they'll bring out 3 or 4 different flavors of essentially the syrup that you would mix into your champagne to make your own mimosa if you want to vary away from your standard orange juice setup, and they're super good as well. So Marche is a really good spot to get brunch.
Something kind of like that is a place in a part of town called Melrose, and it's a place called Cinema, and it's an old cinema that they turned into a restaurant, and it's really cool.
Oh, nice.
They still play movies in like the lobby area on the wall, but they have something that they call bubble service, and so it's like a bottle of cava or sparkling wine, and then just like Chance kind of said about Marche, they bring out different things. And when I was there, they had a Hawaiian punch like one of the mixers for the mimosas, and it was so good. It was so cool. But Melrose is a real fun area. Lots of good happy hours, just off of downtown also.
I am so taking notes because honestly, we're going for Thanksgiving, the week before to go visit my son in Charlotte, and then it makes no sense to like go back home and then go to Nashville. So we're legitimately driving from Charlotte, North Carolina to Nashville. Going to be there, I don't know, 4 days early or whatever it is. We are going to eat and drink our way through Nashville, thanks to all your recommendations.
No doubt about it.
One thing I'm really curious about, because I was just at WordCamp Portland, and one of the things that Portland is known for is their cider industry. I mean, I guess it makes sense, Washington, Oregon apples and all that kind of deal. And they had some of the best hard cider I'd ever had in my life up there in the Portland area. Is that something that's caught on at all in the Nashville area? Are there any like cideries going on? Any of that happening anywhere, or not so much yet?
So I'm trying to think if there are any cideries. We actually have a lot of breweries, which is amazing. Like probably between me and Chance, in just a half a mile radius, I bet we have 4 or 5 breweries. Thankfully, all of them carry cider, and we do have Tennessee ciders. I know that there's at least 2 different brands of Tennessee ciders that I see all around. But yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but so what's cool, right off of downtown is Midtown. One of my favorite spots there is the Tailgate Brewery, which is a brewery that started here in Nashville. And they have, I'll have to give this picture to you, Laura, so we can put it up. But I mean, it's a board with, we're talking close to 30 beers. And there are things like a hot chicken IPA, a watermelon wheat. Yeah, they go wild. And I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store because I don't want your traditional just lager. Like, kick it up for me. Give me a chocolate raspberry porter or something with a lot of flavor. And this place delivered.
That's fantastic. I love it. I would love to go check out something like that. That is really, really awesome.
So I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Broadway. The heart of the happy hour scene, just minutes away, walk away from MCC, where we have WordCamp US. Broadway is, there's only a few places in the country that kind of do it like this. Austin 6th Street, I think, is one of them. I think Bourbon Street in New Orleans takes it to another level, but we're close, right? And so it's almost at that level where, man, it's just place after place having a party like somebody rented it out and gave free booze to everybody. I mean, Steve, you remember when we were there?
I do.
You will be hard pressed to not have a good time on Broadway. And it doesn't matter if you want a honky tonk and you want to get a little traditional Nashville, or you want a little upscale, or you want a trailer park thing, or you want Tennessee's longest bar, Nudi's Tavern. You can find it all on Broadway. It is wild.
Sounds like the Gaslamp district in San Diego a bit is what your description is kind of reminding me of. Sounds pretty cool.
What's the place we went to with the license plates and the magician?
Oh my gosh, I always forget. It was the one next to the trailer park bar. I'll look it up.
All right.
It was. Chance, do you have any good Broadway stories?
I can't talk about Broadway without promoting Roberts, which is no joke, the best bar, one of the best bars in the world in terms of music, but also just a really cool place to hang out. I mean, I don't go to Broadway all that much. Just when you live here, it becomes really inconvenient sometimes when you're just driving through downtown and you just got a bunch of people walking around, and it really is like the tour essential for when it comes to Nashville. But in all honesty, like on a Saturday night, I'll still go down and hang out at Roberts for a little while. In Music City, there's not a better place to catch good classic country music. Nothing compares to Roberts. And in terms of happy hours, you can go down to Roberts and get what they call the Roberts Special, which is, I believe it's $5, but it's a fried bologna sandwich, a bag of chips, and a PBR. So you can't go wrong with it.
What more do you need, huh?
Exactly.
You're covering all your food groups there.
That's right. All the food groups.
Yeah, I feel like I saw them on maybe like Diners, Drivers, and Dives one year. I swear Guy Fieri was there. I kind of remember that. As soon as you said the bologna sandwich, I was like, yes.
Wouldn't doubt it. That's awesome.
This is great. Lots to get into. What do we talk about next week?
Next week, we're keep rolling with Nashville. We're going to talk about some food scene. We're going to talk about the different kind of aspects and different culinary stuff. So yeah, we're excited. More Nashville coming at you.
Yeah, one of the things, just to give a quick shout out, I know we're researching on, because I know we have a lot of people who are vegetarian, vegan, or gluten-free. We're doing a lot of work on that to get recommendations. I know we're even tapping Dustin's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin's mom is a vegetarian, so we're going to do a little Mama Mesa recommends list for everybody. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, super excited. She goes, this sounds like so much fun. She has no idea what she's in for, but it's going to be good.
All right.
Fantastic.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap it there, and we'll see everybody next week.
Excellent. Thanks so much, y'all.
Okay. It's coming right around.